No, you know, as a human, I would play this, but he keeps telling me it's wrong, but then he wants me to see queen b6, but then he contradicts itself. What's your problem, computer? What do you want from me? Hello, folks. Sunday I played 4 more games. Won 3, lost 1. I'll tell you how I feel about that result at the end of the video. This game I won. It's an important game to show. First of all, because I sat down with my opponent, who is watching. Hello. And when I was the game together, I didn't realize, I suppose we both didn't realize that he actually took the advantage. So 81.8 for me in terms of accuracy. I like seeing 90 usually, but I can't complain. I won. You see those 5 inaccuracies? It's a bit funny because the computer always wants him to do the same thing, so everything he does is wrong according to computer. Computer analysis on this is very strange, so I found it a bit challenging to analyze this. Well, I pre-analyzed this before, of course, making the video. I always do, so I don't have a bad surprise. He's unrated, rapid, but he won all his games. So I don't know how many games he played. Maybe he won 2-3 games. And then I play him. So the way it works for an unrated player, whatever performance they have, I'm going to show you on the screen how performance works for 1 game at least. Okay, so the overall performance, let's say he performs at 1700 level, then it will be registered that I played against a 1700, which is fair. So let's say he beats a bunch of 2000s in his first turn, well, he'll be rated 2400. When two unrated players play each other, it depends on the federation. I'm not sure if the rating that's given is quite low. It's probably 1100, something like this, to both opponents. So I don't know what his rating is. First game I was white, I won, and I noticed he was a blitz player. This is our second game. So why I'm showing this is because I'll play a certain style that is in line with how I was playing 9 years ago or 10 years ago at my peak, okay? And next video is about the concept of no man's land that Nakamura talks about. I don't know if he came up with the term himself or if it's a known term in chess, because in the next game I'll be super aggressive and sacrifice stuff and go crazy. And so what should be my style? So we're going to talk about style next video, and next video is next week, right? So I'll be playing my first classical tournament in 9 years, close to Ottawa, so very close to here where I am. So I'm excited about this. I'll have time to think. I'm not even sure of the time control. It's probably 4-hour game or something like this. I'll let you know more when we get there. Okay, so we got a London system. I like playing the Caro-Kann, but in this case he played d4. So if we would just go back real quick, London system is very common. So I'm going to learn something very important in this game, combined with another game, a daily game that I'm losing right now. I feel I'm losing anyways. I lost the pawn right off the bat in the opening in the Caro-Kann, and will reach a similar position. He could have, in fact, this position here. So it's a mistake I will try not to repeat ever again. So knight here. I did tell him, you know, that maybe he should develop material more. He will underdevelop in this game. So I felt like this move didn't do all that much. Well, guess what's going to cause me extreme trouble? He will not capitalize on it. Both of us did not see it, but now I know about it because of that other game I was talking about. I'm going to try to make a parallel, but the other game is a Caro-Kann, and this is a London system. And anyways, let's keep going. So this move is not absolutely horrible. It's just not developing, but it is going to cause me problems very soon. So knight here to challenge the knight, and this is a key thing. I'm going to go back to this move later, but this is going to save my ass. Okay, he plays this, so I don't know. It's actually going to make me make a mistake. Again, the computer doesn't mind all that much. It's just, again, he's not really developing. He's just expanding here. But I'll make a mistake. But this is where things are already crazy. The computer proposes insanity. So what would you do here? He kicks my bishop. So what do? You back, right? And it's wrong. and I'll have problems right away. Now, how to prevent this? Well, let's go back. First of all, what does the computer want me to do? They want me to sacrifice. I had to. Oh, here we go with these arrows because I was trying to analyze this before. But knight takes g4. No way I would play that as a human being. Knight takes g4. Knight takes g4. h5. Knight e5. And I take a lot of space with g5. But I'm down a piece. Okay. I'm not at a level where I'm able to do such moves. I don't understand these moves, and there's no way I would do that. So what other options do I have then? Because moving my bishop back is a mistake, and he'll play a fantastic move, by the way. Knight takes g4 is not what I would do. It would be knight takes c5 to get rid of that knight. That knight is my problem. That's after maybe... Now it says it's a miss because they want me to sacrifice my knight. I don't care. Well, g takes... they say... okay, they take with... What? Oh, yeah, they take... Okay, yeah, they take the bishop. So they take the bishop, right? And then... it's even, like, it's pretty much even knight c6 and everything's okay. But that's not what happens. It's because I didn't see how much of a problem I had after a fantastic move is going to play this move. It's an excellent move. And I did tell him, I said, oh, I feel like you should have developed. But I didn't see that this was such a problem, because what do I do now? He will trap my bishop. Okay. Yeah. This threatens to win a bishop. By the way, I'm going to probably stop sort of reading this. I'll show you why, and I'm going to read this less in the future. It says a lot of nonsense sometimes. Let's remember again, the review is done so fast, almost instantly, so the computer doesn't have time to think, and it says generic stuff that don't make sense. But here, it's true. He threatens this, of course. So what do I do? Of course, I'm going to, like in the Caro-Kann, when people play h4, you play h6, you give yourself a square. So what I did is I played h4, which is the move I should play. And here he has a great move, which he didn't see, but I didn't see it. We're going to go back about, we're going to talk about this move after. Neither of us saw it. And my problem is, what if he takes like this? I take like that. Look how weak this pawn is. Maybe bishop here after hitting this pawn, and white's ahead. Now in the other game, it's a Caro-Kann. It's the same setup like this, but this pawn's not here, and there's a bishop here. And anyways, he's gonna win this. He wins this pawn because he takes, I take, and he wins this pawn. It's not even protected. I was like, oh my god, so I'm gonna have to really fix my Caro-Kann. So it's the same pattern, both in the London and the Caro-Kann. Very interesting. So to go back, so my compliments to my opponent for finding this fantastic move. Then I played this, and he did miss this opportunity, thank God. And so what can I do? As I said, is all I can do is this and anticipate this. But I know now. I know this pattern now. So I'll know that it's very possible that that person plays h4, I move back, right? Plays h4, I do this, and then he takes. So I know that pattern now, so I'll know to get rid of this knight or something like that. I'm going to have to study, in fact, to know exactly what to do. Now, this move, of course, well, we know that he missed this opportunity. Both of us missed it. That's fine. I did tell him over the board that while we analyzed it, I said, you know, you're not really developing anything. What I would have done is maybe develop something, you know, get the bishop out, something like me. I don't know if I would put it here or there or not, but knight here or something, develop, right? Because he's going to have problems throughout the game. He's not developing enough. So I did tell him that. So I took the knight. The idea, I wanted some more space. Oh well, yeah, and I think I'm going to challenge this bishop also, just to gain some space, because he has two active pieces here, and he's underdeveloped, so I wanted to gain some space and maybe try to undermine him a little bit while developing. Unfortunately, what I'm going to try to do is to analyze the games as soon as possible after. It's been something like 5 days already, so I don't fully remember why I played. It's the right move, but what did I have in mind? But I think it's a space thing. It's a spatial division in space. And see, I'm playing this now, and now this is where it starts. This allows the opponent to kick a bishop. So they're talking about the h5 move. I allow the opponent to kick a bishop. He won't. So everything he does is always considered wrong. So he does this. It's wrong because he should have kicked the bishop. Now, in my view, it's wrong because he's not developing. Now, this is considered questionable. Also, because I allow this. Yeah, so he plays this. He's not developing again. So that's something else I told him. So I decided to take again for space, and I had in mind maybe moves like this. So this is a very cheap tactic where I hit his king and hit this. Will he defend against it? Will he overreact, to the threat of this? In fact, he will. So that's the idea I had in mind. Doesn't mean I'll do this move, but I wanted just to go here and castle long. No way I'm going to castle into these pawns. He takes back correctly, right, to keep his pawn structure decent. So that's okay. Knight here. I felt like it hit nothing for now. It felt like a very natural place to put my knight, but it's very possible for him to kick it. And this knight will end up making me win the game. And I sort of underestimated this knight. I said, okay, it's a nice outpost, but a temporary one. But it will end up causing him all sorts of trouble. And now he develops, finally, a piece. This overlooks the opportunity to kick a bishop. Because the computer, again, wants h5. So everything he does is always wrong. It's not wrong. Look, bishop d3 is the third option. Knight d2 is another develop. So you could develop like this. Right? It's okay to develop. It's not wrong. But the computer says, oh no, it's not good because so everything he does is wrong according to the computer, just because a computer keeps wanting him to play the same thing. So you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And that's why he had a bunch of inaccuracies. But this is perfectly okay in my view as a human player again. Of course, yeah, he could kick me, I suppose, but I would go there. But finally he's developing something, which is exactly what he should be doing. Now I played this, and it seemed to have scared him. He did not like, as I said, my idea is just to hit this and that. But the goal is not to do that. It's just I sort of develop my queen with a little threat. But the real plan is just to castle long, connect my rooks, right? Finish my development completely, and he's still... Because we both played our turn, I'm black, right? So after the queen's here, how many pieces does he have out? 1. And I have 2 pieces out, plus my queen is developed, and I'm about to castle. He played this. So this is, again, this misses an opportunity to offer... Oh, no, okay, I thought it would say this. I don't know if it wants to play this again. Well, h5 is pretty up there, right? I'm not sure why it says, because knight c3, right, is recommended. Yeah, it's a developing move, right? It's just a developing move. So I'm not sure what why. That's why I'm going to stop reading reading this miss on opportunity to offer equal trade of pieces. It's very confusing to read this when the right move is just to develop this. Because it sounds like the computer wants like something like this, which I don't think is a good move at all. I don't know. So anyways, he played this move to prevent that. So he's reacting to me instead of like just developing once again and advancing his own agenda. and realizing that there's no danger if he goes knight here. And even probably knight here would work. Well, although knight here, would I be tempted to exchange like this? I don't know if I would do that. Although, again, this is so I don't know. Maybe maybe this is that a good move? Let me just check. Yeah, it is. Knight d2 is one of the candidate move. It likes this. How about this? I just want to see the sequence just for myself. Knight takes c3, b takes c3, right? With the double pawns here. He doesn't even take there. I'm doing okay, I suppose. He's doing, minus. Well, black's job, as I said in the opening, is to equalize. So black's doing perfectly fine. But why allow this? Why don't you go here instead? And it's considered suspect. So I have difficulty understanding some of the analysis of the computer. Maybe these double pawns are not that bad, and you can push to challenge this pawn. And once we exchange, he only has one isolated pawn. It's possible. I don't have all the answers, and you can help me in the comments if you have ideas. I'm still relearning the game, and these computer analysis are so strong. Some of the moves are very obscure and hard to understand. But over time, I'll get better at it. Thanks for your patience. So I played this move, which is considered questionable. It's because I think the computer wants me to castle. Yeah. So I played this because I just wanted to activate my queen, sort of centralize it, hit this, and apply a little bit of pressure on this pawn. And if he does want to develop this, I might have some move here, because what I notice is that if I move my knight, I hit his bishop. And his bishop, if one day it's no longer protected, and I did consider, because when he plays a move like this, he no longer has this square. If he plays something like this, then his bishop is hanging. So it gives me maybe, just maybe, a chance to, well, that's what's going to happen. Spoiler. A chance to do something like this. So that's why I put my queen there, to further support this and hit this instead of castling long. Okay, so he wanted to defend this pawn. So this is I'll explain why this is not a good move. So his rook is very passive, and it's hanging. And later, because I didn't write the whole game, but because I didn't have, it's rapid, so I run out of time. But when I had a very advantageous position, I stopped writing the moves, and you're gonna see how he loses a tempo later. In fact, in endgame, because of this move. You see how passive this rook is, only defending this pawn. There's another way. Now, is it that hard to see? I don't know, but look at this, for instance. Check. I know I would block like this, and he can go here and defend his pawn. See? Queen e4 check. Now, I would play c6. Well, that's what's recommended. But also, there's rook f8, rook e7. Now, rook f8, absolutely not. I would not play this. I don't know. Again, it's one of these obscure moves. King e7, better, because at least my rooks are connected. But I'm not a fan of this. Why not c6? And so let's go. For instance, c6, queen d4, okay? And I'm gonna have to make a decision because my queen is hanging. So do I take, or do I move away? So they want queen b6, for instance. But anyways, I'm gonna want a castle long. Oh, now it's questionable. Change his mind, right? He just told me to go queen b6, and now it's no longer good. Look at that. Queen b6. Okay. Oh, no, it's not good. Well, what do you want from me, computer? It can be frustrating. I'm not frustrated, but I mean, queen a5 then. No, as a human, I would play this, but he keeps telling me it's wrong, but then he wants me to see queen b6, but then he contradicts itself. What's your problem, computer? What do you want from me? But anyways, that was the way to defend himself was this sequence. I'm sure he's able to see this. But this is rapid chess. It's not classical chess. Things are. It's not exactly blitz, but you don't have time to spend 5 minutes or even 10 minutes on a critical position. Is that considered critical position? Maybe. This pawn's a problem. So how does he defend it? He came up with this. Is there better than this? This is a passive rook. So then you start thinking on a classical game. Maybe you take 10 minutes and realize, hey, I can check him. Maybe he blocks. Oh, I can go there. So it's very. I'm pretty sure this person can see these moves, but I don't know his rating because he's unrated. He only plays blitz on, I believe, on chess.com. Okay, so I explained enough why. And now. This overlooks an opportunity to eventually win a pawn. Again, reading this just makes me brain dead. I don't understand what they're talking about. They want me to now play h5. And maybe it would be better. Then maybe this g5. Yeah. Where's the pawn that I win? It says I win a pawn. Where is it? So you know what I mean. So I don't know, but good news is castle long is the second best move. It's just minus 0.68 is fine. I mean, I keep saying that I don't have to be surgical yet. For a year, I just gotta look. Whoops! Like in review, I did not blunder at all. So yeah, I made inaccuracies, mistakes, misses. That's why my number is lower here, but I didn't blunder. I didn't lose a pawn stupidly or something like this, like I'm gonna do on the last game of the day. I'll tell you at the end of the video how that went. I was very upset. So now here, I gave you a spoiler already. So this is hanging, so I'm gonna win this pawn. And the computer said, it wasn't it. Again, this move is perfectly. I win a pawn. I mean, what do you want from me, computer? Now, what do you want from me? Now I'm fighting the computer, right? They want me to play h5 again. Why would I play h5? It doesn't make no sense. Look, knight takes c2. I don't understand this h5 move at all. Please help me in the comments. I don't understand this move at all. I don't get it at all. Not even close. And it does say knight takes c3 is fine. Of course it's fine. I win a pawn, man. I win a pawn. Now, here's the thing, though. Again, it's rapid chess, so it's a little more superficial. In my mind, I take, and then he can't take, right? Because I hit the queen. So I take, he takes, then I take, I'm up a pawn, right? But, look. It's a mistake to take. He doesn't have to. He lost the pawn. He should take his loss. Now, both of us did not see that. He should take his loss and just do something else. So, honestly, I don't even know what. So we can maybe. Oh, okay. So you take the loss. You lost the pawn. You accept it. Maybe queen c1. I sort of like queen c2. I like it better as a human. So queen c2, for instance, nice and solid. All of a sudden, the computer likes it very much. Yeah, queen c2. I never considered it. So I should remember that my opponent is not forced to take. I would have made the move anyways, but I should have seen that he doesn't have to take and he can play this. And at least consider, okay, what if he doesn't take? And I didn't do that. In my mind, it was just automatically taking. I should have at least known that he didn't have to take. So that's something I need to refine, okay? Well, in this case, there was no problem, but, this is much stronger, right? And I'm up a pawn, but look, this is hanging, and where does the knight go? So like, I can't even play this, so I suppose, yeah, okay, I just look at it there, but bishop takes, queen takes, okay, so now my knight can run away, so. But it's a little more uncomfortable, because now And now the amazing move is coming. I remember that when I was looking at the game. So here, and then knight here, and this is insane. So knight here, I win this pawn. So I told him, be careful for these little things. I know, I was trying not to be condescending or anything, but we try to, when we analyze together, we, we give advice to each other, right? So I said, this pawn, maybe he played a bit quick here. But what I find so strange is the computer is like, yeah, that's fine. It's not fine. What the hell is this? I don't understand why. Why is this a good move? He loses a pawn. So there's other possibility. Queen b3, for instance. That's a human move that protects this pawn. I feel that's what he should have done. But the computer thinks it's okay to just give up the pawn. I really don't understand this. And that's why, I keep telling you, give me time. You'll see over time I'll get better at analyzing games. Because seriously, I don't understand why the computer thinks this is okay. Because now I'm up 2 pawns. Okay. And then he was there. And then this is where we can talk about style a little bit. I'll elaborate on the no man's land concept in the next video. Again, next game is that I want to show you. It's a daily game. I was very aggressive. In this case, what do? Do I liquidate and go into endgame with 2 pawns up? Or do I maintain the tension and make things complicated? Well, 9, 10, 11 years ago when I started playing in FIDE, World Chess Federation, I said I really need a style, and I realized I started playing d4 anyways, because I used to play e4 all the time, right? e4 is more aggressive as well. d4 is more positional. I realized that I liked long game attrition, very long attrition game that often will go into endgame with finesse instead of insane sacrificial, highly tactical games. So now I haven't played in tournaments for so long that I'm back to a point where I need to develop a style, and I have an idea of what to do. I'll talk about it in the next episode. But here there's if you look at what the computer recommends here, look, bishop e4, b6. Well, they all pretty much even, right? So you can go either direction. Bishop e4, I key the bishop, and there's maybe threats of all sorts. His king is, this is inactive. The rooks are not connected, right? The king is exposed, so I could try to exploit this. But why do this, right? So my idea was just to play this to force the queen exchange. So that's what happened, right? Go back and review because we're getting close to the end, and all of a sudden I'm up 2 pawns. Now here, okay, so when you down material, you really don't want to exchange material. But at the same time, I mean, what is it to do? Is it to maybe move his knight? I don't know. It would be, look at the placement of this knight. It's not a great knight, so I suppose. Anyways, white is in extreme trouble. I'm up 2 pawns, and I'm just gonna win this. And playing this allows, of course, me to take. He takes. All I want to do is exchange everything and go in pawn endgame. It will be a rook and pawn endgame, I believe. I don't even remember. It was rook and pawn endgame, yeah. But now I do this to give my king some space if I want to come in eventually, or to prepare to push, right? Support this pawn, right? So that's why I do this. King down, because he wants to activate stuff. He's gonna go toward the center a little bit. He's gonna try to survive. He's not a person who gives up. He's gonna try. Of course, you gotta try. It's not a point where you should really resign yet, but soon maybe. Well, he never resigned. I think. Maybe he resigned. I don't remember, but I didn't write all the moves, so I play this. Maybe it's questionable, but all I want to do is, so if he does nothing, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna have these pawns like this, right? And so he sort of has to take. So I take, and I like that these 2 pawns prevent the advancement of this, or if he does, it will be an isolated pawn. In fact, it's going to happen. Rook here. I push. Strange move, because he was already towards the center where he should be. Maybe I would activate this rook, and that... Well, we'll go back to this rook in a moment. But okay, it's not a horrible move. At least it's a check mark. Then what I'm trying to do is just... like pushing this, if he takes... I have 3 connected pass pawns now. What does he do? Does he push, right? Yeah, he does. So, fine. But I still have a pass pawn that's getting pretty damn advanced. So he's going to have problems very soon. Here's the king where I wanted... Remember when I played b6 a few minutes ago? And he pushes ahead. I go there. You see, now, you see this move? His king was blocking, but you remember how I said he had a passive rook? His rook is passive. He has to burn a move to make his rook active. So it further supports the fact that rook a3 was a major mistake earlier in the game. I go here, hitting the pawn once. He goes there, and I decided to... No, not right away. I wanted to support this maybe for... a possible push. I'm not sure exactly what I had in mind. If he takes, I take. Yeah, something like that. And then his king's very exposed, and I have a beautiful pass pawn with 2 rooks. I mean, this is absolutely winning for black. He prevents that. He doesn't want me to do that. Then I go there. If he does not, well, he has to do something. He has to take. He doesn't take. I'm going to have... there's nothing, like, he could defend, even if he defends, like, if he defends here, I'm still going to take, and I'll be very happy if we do exchange a pair of rooks. I'd be happy with that. So he takes, I take. Now, he could check him, but check me, but check is not mate. It doesn't do anything. And I have now 2 connected pass pawn. Now, he moves ahead here, so take, takes, right? And now this pawn's completely hanging, and I have a very strong move pushing this pawn. Now he has a problem. If he does nothing, I'm going to push again. I have 3 connected pass pawn. But this is hanging. So it's like it's a discovered attack on this pawn, right? So yeah, he has a big problem. He takes. Now I take on check here. King here, and I stop writing the moves because of these 2 connected pass pawn, and eventually we'll exchange a rook, something like that. I don't remember exactly how it happened because it's been several days. As I said, I'm not Gary Kasparov, so I can't remember. He's so incredible. He remembers games from so many years ago by heart. It's crazy. I'm not like that, but yeah, this is completely winning for minus 4.7. Really enjoy playing with him. A great guy. Anyways, so I won this, and then I played another person, unrated as well. I don't know how well he did earlier in the tournament. I beat him the first game, so I was 3-0. And then what happened is very similar to last video. So I'm going to show you. What I didn't count on is him taking this pawn. He did that. That's what happened. Rook takes and queen takes. And you might think, plus minus 60 or whatever, easy win for black. Well, I'm going to tell you something. For those who don't know, mating, winning queen versus rook is winning, but it's very difficult to do in real life for a human being. Only difference. So what happens? I was up 2 pawns, something like that, and completely underestimated a pass pawn that he had. He was able to queen. I blundered. I thought I would be able to stop it with my king. I don't remember the exact position, but I thought I would be able to stop it with my king, but he checked me, and his pawn was covering the square I wanted to come in. My king had to move away, he was able to queen, and I lost, and I was very mad. So this brings me to what level should I play in the classical tournament? Because, you know, this tournament I'm doing right now at that local chess club will be between unrated people up to 2,000 probably. And how can I explain that? Well, it's rapid. First of all, it's rapid chess just for practice. I'll go once in a while if I need to play over the board for rapid chess. But rapid chess is not my goal. My goal is really the classical chess. But the problem is I will tend to always be one of the higher rated players there. And these unrated players are very dangerous because you don't know how strong they are. Somebody could show up with a lot of online experience and be almost 2,000 level. He's unrated, and you lose against him. I guess he crushes everybody, so his performance is high enough that you don't get damaged too much. But they're very difficult to. I have to win pretty much, you know. Especially if the person didn't do too well, is going to be low rated. I have to win pretty much all the time, or draw, at least score all the time. So it brings me to the tournaments. I don't know if I should play U2000 or if I should play Open. I'm going to think about it, because in the U2000 there's a lot of people that play from the lower section than me. I don't remember. I think it's U1700 or something like that. So a bunch of U1700s are playing in my section, and I will be one of the highest rated players in my section. So, or the higher rated player. No, yeah, in Quebec I'm only 1800. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So, what I'm trying to say, if I go in the open section, there's others like me that would play in the open section. Then I have access. I think there's a GM that will be there, then IM, FM. So there's a few title players there. It's better because if I win, I win big. If I lose, I don't lose as much. Now I have less chance of winning. Of course, I don't play at 1900 level anymore, but I don't have to protect my FIDE rating. I was thinking about that. I was like, why am I thinking about, I'll wait until I'm supposedly ready before I do FIDE tournaments, because the open section is rated. So I'll think about it. But it doesn't matter if I lose points in FIDE, because if I lose a lot of points, but then I become much stronger, I can have 2-3 very good tournaments and completely recover those points, so who cares? Because right now, it's true that I'm 1900 everywhere, but I don't play like a 1900, let's be realistic here. So might as well always play in the highest possible section I can. But I'm not sure yet. I'm going to think about it, because I played U2000 so much since the year 2003. U2000 all the time almost. And I proved that I play well there already, so I should probably play in higher sections all the time. So in next video, I will not have made a decision, okay? Because as you watch next video, I'll be in the tournament and I'll register on site. So I'll know only... Probably I'll think about it, the day before or something like this, or I'll decide the morning of, and then I'll register either U2000 or Open. So that's what I got for you today. I'll understand this computer better. It's very confusing, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you like this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.